Master just knocked off all my... Right. Okay. Switch this around. Place. Alright, where's my... From here to there. About here. Alright, it's not focusing. Yeah. Let's run chats. Come on, chats. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Let's see here. This on. Oh. Gotta plug the charger up so the phone doesn't die on me in the middle of the drilling. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see here. This is actually a very shaky. British tea drinker, how you doing? Justin Collins. Hi guys, I'm actually live streaming from the inside of the studio today. Right now I'm just kind of getting the outline of what I'm wanting to do. This is what I'm drawing from right here, just to give you guys kind of an idea what's going on here. So I'm trying Pet Caricatures. Yeah, I do not like the way this one is going. This is not. I'm gonna have to start over a few times probably. I probably should have done the outline and then started the live stream so that this part wouldn't be seen. Yeah, this isn't, that one's not right. Let's try it again. Let's try this again. Get a fresh new piece of paper. Alright, here we go. There's my line here. Alright. Is anybody saying anything? I messed up. Oh, here we go. Good morning, Christian. Hope your coffees and cookies there. Hope you have coffee and cookies. I do have coffee. I'm not doing the cookies though. Trying to stay relaxed when it comes to this drawing. Restart as many times as I need to. Pretend like nobody's watching. I don't like... I kind of like how like this area here is working out. The face is still not quite right. So I'm going to try that again. So this right here is what I'm going for. Trying to go for that, but I want to like exaggerate a few things. So I'm doing the smaller head and the bigger body. Try opening the window. Doubt that'll make any difference, but it's worth a try. Why not? Okay. Okay, so this one's turning out a little better. Okay, so I feel pretty good about this outline of Pepper. And I got to put in the details there a little later. Something doesn't feel right. Okay, here we go. It's right there. This, yeah, that needs to be further up. And this comes straight down there. It's part of it. And this needs to be bigger. Okay. So, get that off. Alright, so that is Pepper. That's more her personality. Now, I'll work on Herky here. The thing about him is that he's got this very definite smile there. I think, you know, he plays a lot. He's a very playful dog. And he likes to play with water bottles. Empty water bottles. So, we're going to have him playing. Let's see here. I have that smiley face that he's got. Put that up here. Here. Yeah. About there. Alright. And I'm going to have him Let's see, where is he at? He's got that. He's got a very muscular frame. Longer tail. Pepper has no tail at all. So let's have him kind of leaping, long legs. So they're going to go all the way off the drawing. Have that tail up high, I guess. Long legs down here. He's kind of bow-legged. So we'll put the other leg out here. It's got the legs far apart on that. Let's see here. And then, so we'll put kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's well, people. How's everybody doing? I can actually read the comments while I'm drawing, guys, so if y'all want to ask me anything, go right ahead. By the way, British Tea Drinker, it's good to see you. I haven't been getting notifications of your live streams that much, seems like. I don't know if you just stopped doing them or if I just stopped watching them. But, some good memories there. I'm always kind of curious as to how you get around the whole copyright thing with all the music. Most of it you're playing or singing yourself, so maybe that's what it is. No problem. Let's see. No problem, they're rubbish anyway. Rubbish. I don't know. YouTube just seems like at some point, some of the channels that I watch, they just kind of stop sending me the notifications. And if I remember, I'll go in and start manually watching them again, and then they'll send me the notifications again. It's like I went too long without watching this channel, so then they stop promoting it. I've got this one channel that I watch on a pretty regular basis called Linkara. He does comic book reviews. Linkara, been on YouTube for a long time, like 15 years, and I watch his videos in marathons. Like I won't watch them at all for weeks, and then I'll go in and watch a bunch of them all at one time. And so then I go a few days without watching them. They stop sending me the notifications again. I gotta go manually. I don't know how many times I've manually gone into his channel and started watching the videos again. They're just like, okay, fine. Send you the notifications for a little while, and then they'll stop. I have to put a crumpled water bottle in here because that is their favorite toy. Both of them like to play with the crumpled water bottles. So when you bite into them, they make noise, and they're cheap and easy to get, and they're fun to destroy. They make pleasing noises when you destroy them. You can bite into them. I think they like the way they feel in their teeth when they're biting into them. let's do, like he threw it, so let's do like this. So he's leaping over Pepper. No, like this. I think. Yeah. So he's leaping over Pepper. And so she's like older. And he's like 4 years old. And she's closer to around, I don't know, 10 years old. So he's like, hey, let's play. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll wheel for a little while, and then you gotta calm down. She's not used to him being the alpha dog. She was the alpha dog whenever he came in. It's weird to think that there's an alpha dog in a pack of 2, but there is. Okay, so what am I going to use for putting in the detailing? Let's see here. Ashley, did you ever get the drawing of Honey Bear to Yankee and South? Yes, I did. I actually brought it to a meetup a couple of weeks ago and handed it to them. I got a few here. Let's see. Which one do I start with? And he keeps hitting this leg here. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to start with this one's one of my favorites. It's called the zebra. That's the only English word on there. Alright. You know what? No. Let's go with the one I'm use more often, this one here. So, the super black chart pack. Or a chart pack right there. It's got the X on the end, so you know it's got a bullet tip. That's the bullet tip right there. A very versatile marker. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to start with Pepper. Make sure we get this right. I might still have to start over, I'm guessing. Maybe. We'll see. Now remember, guys, this is not an attempt to be realistic. This is an attempt to be kind of cartoonish. If I wanted to do realistic, we're talking about hours, and there's not a lot of people willing to compensate for the amount of hours it takes to do those photorealistic drawings. And honestly, I don't think I'm capable of it. Is anybody else saying anything? Hey Ashley, hey everyone. Looking good, okay. How are you doing, Mare Bear? And welcome to the first live stream from the actual drawing table inside the studio. Inside the Ashtoons studio. Finally getting things cooking. Getting things started. This is going to be something that I'm going to download this picture, this live stream. I'm going to download this live stream, and then speed it up into a time lapse, and use that to advertise my Pet Caricatures. So, and these two dogs are my parents' dogs. So there's Pepper. This one I'm drawing here is Pepper. She's about 10 years old, and she is a well, she came from the pound or shelter or something, but they believe that she's full-blooded blue heeler. At least she acts and looks like one. A great deal. So, you got this blue heeler here, and this one is here. That's Hercules. A dad named Hercules, mom named Pepper. That's why their names are so different. You named the last one, I get to name this one. So Hercules is a blue heeler mix. I'm not sure what the rest of him is, but he's definitely got the blue heeler markings and the energy. So and the thing is like Pepper was actually pretty slim before Herky came around. Like I got Herky as a puppy. But she was always protective of her food. She would, find things like a plastic bag and put it over her food bowl. She didn't really have much to worry about. Somebody stealing her food. Until Herky came along. And now, she kind of feels like she has to hoard it and eat it before he can. She gets very protective. So then she ended up gaining a lot of weight. By a lot of weight, with a dog this size, we're talking 5 pounds. But at 5 pounds on a 30-pound dog, looks like a lot. Actually, she's probably closer to around 50 pounds. I don't know. So that is why she's got all this back here. Still gets around fine though. Tries to put Herky in his place, and sometimes Herky fights back, and then she starts crying like she's been hurt, and she's the one that started it. Oh wait, BTD, can you come spray mine and the wasp nest. Oh yeah, guys, they're talking about wasp nest. Okay. I find myself actually kind of wanting to zoom in. I'm like, I want to zoom in on these drawings, on these pictures. You cannot do that. All right, let's see here. Make sure we get this right. I found some wasp under my eaves yesterday while Ruth and here fixed around some vent pipes. So I got to kill myself. So I got to kill today myself. Kill today. Okay, that's actually looking like her. That's pretty good. Okay. She shows a lot of the white of her eyes, because she kind of has that nervous look. a lot, especially when Herky is really messing with her. And she tries to scare everything off, including thunder. Like she thinks if she barks at the thunder enough, it'll go away. I think this, since they came from long lines of wild dogs, they would at least know what thunder was. Seem to think if they bark at them hard enough, the thunder will be scared off. Go away. Okay, I'm going to put in the other markings, detailed markings, in with the collar when I go to put the collar in. Okay, and she's got this one ear right here. Her opposite ear is actually, it's got a lot of scar tissue in it, and we don't know how that happened. She came like that from the pound, but or the shelter, wherever they got her from. But it's definitely shorter, and it's thicker, and it's misshapen as compared to the other one. So I gotta accentuate that. Kind of has that look to it. It's kind of a crumpled ear. Okay, gives her that asymmetrical look. Alright, so that is the two of them. Oh, I'm not saying that's the two of them. That is her, so far. You can't actually see the color, but you can see the indentation the color makes there. She's got a thick neck, too. They were bred to be work dogs. They were bred to be barn working dogs, or farm working dogs. To herd sheep. I think. Shepherds. Shepherd dogs. They're called healers, but they're not called shepherds. But I think it's what they are bred for. Okay. I'll gotta go get those weeds before it gets too hot. Check back. Okay. Thank you so much, British Tea Drinker, for coming in and gracing us with your multi-talented presence. If you guys don't know British Tea Drinker, does a lot of musical live streams, and he also does the occasional cooking video. And him and the missus have trivia night sometimes on our live stream. They will play just a few notes of a song, and you gotta figure out what the song is. It's a lot of fun. Alright, what else we have here? Stay safe and hydrate, buddy. Don't overdo it. Hydrate? Oh, right. Yeah, so Herky's got these, like his eyes actually point down. Whereas like hers actually kind of come up right here. You can see that. That's where the highlights are right there. They come up this way. She's got that nice defined line there beside it. It points from the side of her eye all the way to the bottom of the ear. He's got these eyes that kind of point down. Somehow it makes him look very happy though. Alright, let's see here. His eyes are much smaller. So we gotta accentuate that. Yeah, they're set farther apart, almost like a bulldog's eyes. And so he doesn't have as much black either as Pepper does. His is more of a tan or a blonde and gray, black spots. So he's got these lines that kind of move down from the sides of his eyes, almost like tracks for tears. I'm sure it's just from him getting dust in his eyes and all the playing that he does. He's a play dog. Play all the time. Oh, you can't really see that, what I'm working on there, because it's going off the camera. So let me move that up a little bit. Okay. Like, he's a little more short-haired, so you have to kind of smooth out your lines a little more. Her, I can go a little more feather, but him, gotta smooth them out. And he's also kind of got this very expressive line down the middle of his head there. Like it'll get a little deeper if he's confused about something. Oh. Somebody saying anything? As a very young child, I used to think they were called healers because they were because they were that was where they were trained to bite, so you fall and then they eat you up. Kind of like how they say wolves will hamstring a deer. They come up and bite their hamstrings because after their hamstrings are damaged, they can't run anymore. So the blue heelers want to bite your heels. That way they immobilize you, and then they eat you up. No, they're called healers because they are very good at taking commands. So you have a healer and you say, heal. And they don't just come to you. They come to you, turn around, and sit down next to you, facing the same way that you are. That's called healing. Heal. That's the command you want to try to teach them. Heal. Supposedly, healers are instinctively able to take commands a little better. And I will say that these dogs do take commands. They will express their displeasure. If they don't like what you're telling them to do, they will do it. They are very obedient in that way. Okay, this isn't real good, but I think it is about as good as I can do at this point. I used to think that command meant bite me there. Oh goodness. You must have known some very aggressive healers. They are kind of energetic. They're energetic in a I like to have a job kind of way. I like to have a job to do. Give me something to do. I don't want to just sit there. That's a blue healer's attitude. Even if it's just barking at squirrels, so long as I got something I can do. If you don't give me something to do, I'll find something to do. You might not like what I find myself. Used to think the shop dog, if would not play with him throwing the ball, he would take and hide tools like wrenches and hammers till we did, then he would bring them back. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess he figured out how to get what he wanted. Kind of smart. Realistically, kind of smart. Alright. Okay, so that is Pepper and Hercules. That is their personalities actually done pretty well. Now it's going to be a matter of coloring it. Excuse me, we're in the South. Coloring it. Oh, it's spelled with an O, darn it. I'm always going to say collar. I know collar is like the collar of a shirt. I know that. It's spelled with an O. It's collar. It's not color. Learned that the first year I went to school. First grade, man. O makes the ah sound. Ashley, what kind of marker or liner is that? Love how you can use it for different weights. It's called a chart pack, and it's spelled just with a K, not a CK. Chart pack. Add marker. This one is the super black. I'm not sure what the difference is between the black and the super black. This one's super black, and it's got the X on the end of it. That means that it's bullet tip. That is a bullet tip. That's what gives you all your range right there. This was a relatively new development. It's kind of a variation on the felt tip. A lot of artists for a long time would only use chisel tip, but trust me when I say you'll get more versatility out of the bullet tip. This is the chisel tip right here. Right there, that's the chisel tip. But I'll use this for outlining. It's good for laying down a lot of black really fast. But if you want good detail, you use the bullet tip. Trust me on that. And then if you want to go a little more detailed, you use the brush tip. But you'll want a stiff brush, like this one here. See how much range? It's almost a bullet tip. But you'll get a lot of range out of that, and it's a little bit flexible. Just a little bit. If you have a really steady hand, you can use one of like the actual bristle brush markers. They make those. My hands are a little bit shaky though. I've never had that much control, so I have to use the stiffer stuff. They are so cute. So, okay. All right. So let's start on the color. Alright, so for the collar, I'm going to be using my regular collars. I'm not trying anything new or experimental. I'm just going to use the regular collars that I do on my caricatures here. Might have to tape it to the board, though. Yeah, well, I'm going to want it on the right side. Let's put it over here. It's easier for me to get to. Let's just see if that stays. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's start with Pepper once again. Okay, we've got like a lot of blonde highlights, and I want to put those in and then put the darker on top, because once the dark is in, it'll smudge into the blonde if I put that in second. So let's do that. Alright, so this is the blonde I'm going to be using right here. It's called Goldenrod, as colors go. Alright, here we go. Oh, I almost forgot. When you're collaring, you're going to want to put in some craft foam. And you're collaring with these collars. I'll put in some craft foam underneath. Just because it softens the collar so you don't get like streaking and stuff. Just softens it up a little bit. And it makes it less likely that you'll punch right through the paper. Okay. Back to it. Alright. So when you're working on fur like this, as you're collaring, you don't just put in a flat collar. You want to kind of go with the fur, the grain of the fur too, which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. I'm throwing a little brown to shadow up this side here. There we go, I like that. Maybe a little dark brown too. Gonna be switching back and forth quite a bit. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Okay. Oh man, if you told me at the beginning of the year this is where I would be now. In my own studio, live streaming drawings, I wouldn't have thought so. For one thing, I didn't have my studio nearly completed by March of this year. It was just walls and a floor, a bare floor. It's a chipboard floor, and all this happened, and I got all caught up in building on it as fast as I could because I thought I was going to get back out on the road, and now here I am working from the inside of the studio. Things have a way of just kind of working out as long as you continue to pursue, continue working. I heard it said this way one time: if you take care of the minutes, the hours take care of themselves. And I am a terrible time manager anyway. It helps that I actually get obsessed with certain things and don't stop. I forget everything else and just work on that one thing. Like building onto the studio. Alright. Is anybody saying anything? Love what you have done with the studio. Hate that you're not getting to travel, but it is neat to see your live stream. Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm actually able to live stream. This is something I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to do because of the poor reception that my 4G gets out here. But I'm actually sitting right next to a window, and it's open. The studio itself is made out of metal. It's a metal sandwiching AB foam, and so it's insulated, but it's it has a hard time with any reception getting through at all. So that's why I have to do most of my live streams from out on the porch. If I try to go back inside, then I tater out. So I do most of my live streams from inside the porch, outside the porch, outside on the porch. Ugh. I will learn how to speak one day. So I was like, am I going to be able to live stream the studio artwork? So I put the table next to a window and gave it a shot, and what do you know? I've tatered out one time so far. So I feel like that's probably going to happen sometimes. But Okay. But it is doable. Let's see. My little pup is watching, thinking that somebody is going to be me. Someday this is going to be me. Huh. You'll have a lot of kids book with these pups as the characters. You should make kids books with these pups as the characters. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I'd have to have somebody publish it for me because I'm not a publisher. Taking care of the logistics of self-publishing is not something I don't think I would be able to do. I've heard that you can streamline it if you learn how to use Amazon. Okay, you can streamline that kind of thing. Oh, where's my pink? I'm missing my pink. Yeah, I'm missing the pink. What happened? Thought I had it. I'm looking around the ground for it. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, found it. On a positive note, though, guys, I know I'm talking a lot of faded glory and whatnot, but we do still have the big B-Jam meetup at the end of the month. That's going to be happening. I hope as many of you guys can be out there as possible. And also, I just got word that Danielle Fries from Lake City, Florida, one of my channel moderators and a good friend, is in town. And so she's settling in right now, but we are probably going to go out and do some things. Some touristy stuff around the Gatlinburg area, and those videos always tend to get a lot of good views, so that's going to be fun to do. Hello, Beth Hammer. Okay, so that is definitely the expression she has on her eyes a lot, but her eyes have got this kind of eyeliner look to it. It's very dark around the outsides of her eyes. So you've got to darken that in. Kind of use the black colored pencil and just darken that in. Man, this is terrible. I do not like this drawing at all. But I don't have the ability to do any better at this point, so just kind of go with it. Okay, so that is some good black highlights. Let's say highlights. Markings. Still got to go back in and put in some light browns. She's got this kind of... There we go. Let's go ahead and try some gray in there. I think that'll blend things in a little bit. Oh wait, she has this kind of, yeah, this here. I think I might have gone a little too deep on that right there. There we go. So, this out here. There. And then go back with the black. Black here to here. There we go. Alright. Let's put a little bit there. That's not right. That ain't right at all. Let's try it like this. There we go. Okay, that's a little more like it. Some dark brown. And let's put a little silver there. No, let's go with gray. There we go. That is it right there. Alright. Let's go a little bit heavier on the blonde here. Try to bring some of that brown down into that area. There we go. So dark gray, dark brown here. There we go. Okay. I will be at Motel 6 too. Oh, that's great. Who's that? George Campbell. Right. So I might actually get to meet George Campbell. George Campbell is a great supporter of the local vloggers in this area. Okay, so that, let's go ahead and bring the blonde down. She's got that, let's see, where's it at? The skin pulls back a little bit this direction when she does this. She's got that little area right there. Her skin pulls back in this direction here. Let's blend that in together. Use the light brown to pull that back. Got this line here that goes down to the bottom of the whiskers and then comes around, pulls back this way. Where's my black? There it is. Black, got a black line that kind of comes around here, starts at the bottom of the ear and points this direction. There we go. Okay. So now let's just complete the black highlights. I keep saying highlights. Complete the black. Alright. She's got this weird way that her hair points in different directions that you didn't think it would. Like instead of being down, it's up. Still feels like it needs to be a little darker. Oops. There we go. That's getting it. Okay. So George, I'm not sure. Ask the desk if you can have rooms close to Hammer and Carla. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to have a whole caravan come into that Motel 6. That is so cool. Some people call these pedicatures. Pet caricatures. Pedicatures. Heard them described as that. But there you go. Dot's Pepper. That's Pepper Sue. She done. So, what do we got? What are we up to? We're up to an hour and 20 minutes. So, you know, if you guys send me pictures to do and I charge a lot, just understand that is why. They take a while to do. You got to be compensated for the time you spend on it. Alright, so we'll switch over to the crazy puppy. Crazy puppy. Oh, what am I doing? Start with the blonde. Okay, so his blonde is mostly just around his face and the legs. Yeah. Alright, so he's definitely got this smiley look to him. Scared me for a second there, you putting up that phone number, and I was like, oh, it's a phone number to the hotel. It's like, oh dear, don't put up phone numbers. Okay, so we've got his blonde around his face, and then around his legs. Yeah, there we go. And I wish I was better at drawing. And how does somebody like me that sucks at this actually make a living at it? I do not know. don't know. I feel like I've kind of fooled people into thinking I'm good at something I'm not really good at. That wind out there is really starting to pick up. Wow. Okay. So, what do I do next? Let's put in the black. No, put in the black, yeah. The black. I just, in general, need to get more adventurous with my artwork, and I need to start drawing out of a sketchbook more. Actually, carry a sketchbook around with me and draw, like, throughout the day. That would be good if I did that. Alright, so he's got, okay, the darkest parts in his body are down in here, this area here, and then it all kind of has spots that get a little lighter the further out you go. So let's start here. Yeah, the darkest parts here. And I think we got some here too. There we go. That's got him. The real detail is going to be in when I put the gray in there. It's a done deal, Beth. Thank you. Great. Hello. Hello to host and everyone in chat. Hello, Ruthie. How you doing? Yeah, due for storms here this afternoon. Well, I guess it's a good thing I wasn't planning on going out and doing anything today, other than maybe going to Walmart for a minute. I had something happen the other day with my Xbox One. I was playing it. I was playing my Xbox One, and all of a sudden, the keyboard button stopped working. The select, I think that's what they used to call it, select, but the keyboard button stopped working. And I was like, oh, great. Because I was kind of to this point where I was really wanting to finish this level. And so I tried a few different places. I tried this little, because I figured I was going to have to get a new controller. So I tried a few different places. Tried a little used video game store out here, and they didn't have one. Tried the GameStop, they didn't have one. Then I went to Walmart, and what do you know, they got one. It was the last one on the shelf. I was like, oh good, a red corded, $20 little Xbox One controller. Score. Take it home, plug it in, select button is still not working. Okay, is it the cord? So I changed the cord. Select button still not working. So I was like, okay, so it's got to be the game then, right? It has to be the game. So I typed it in. What I was playing was Mad Max, the Xbox One. I was playing that. So I typed that into Google. Mad Max Xbox One keyboard button stopped working. And there was so many things that came up. Everybody was just like, oh, you're just playing it and this thing will stop working. The map won't come up, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. So then I scrolled down on the chats. It was like the Steam chats. I scrolled down, and it turns out if you go and you just like complete a mini like little fetch quest, it kind of jump starts it and the button starts working again. So I went out and I like killed some scarecrows and whatnot, just like something small, something minor. And what do you know? It starts working again. I was like, so here I spent $20 to get this new controller, and then it was the game. It was a glitch in the software. You got this game that cost a few $1,000,000 to make, and like there's a glitch somewhere in it where the map locks up and you can't access the map anymore. I mean, what kind of deal is this? So I was like, okay, well now I got to see if I can take this new controller back because I don't need it. That's something I got to do today. Is I've got to go take an Xbox One controller back to Walmart and see if they'll take it back. And they're going to be asking, "Does it work?" And I'm like, "Well, it works. It just turns out it was a glitch in the game, and I don't need it." It's going to be embarrassing to explain that. I couldn't figure out. Microsoft. Well, it's not Microsoft this time. This time it was the game developer. I mean, otherwise it's a really good game. Very loyal to the source material, actually. They even have a Thunderdome in there. And that was something from Mad Max 2. And the game came out around the time that Fury Road came out. It was like it was a prequel. It was a prequel to Fury Road. And it's actually really good. It's a very addictive game. I think I'm actually drawing faster if I'm talking while I'm drawing. And I'm drawing faster. It helps if I'm not quite so critical of myself, I think. Wind coming in through the window there. Feels good. Okay. I believe we have... Oop, where did I just drop the light brown? The blonde. Just drop that. That is Hercules. That's definitely Hercules. Herky. Alright, that's Herky and Pepper, alright, right there. That's them. Them to a T. It's not proportioned right, it's not done real well, the line quality's not very good. Perspective's a little off, a little twisted. But it's about as good as I can do at this point in my level of skill doing studio work. So I'm just going to go with it. Okay. There we go. So there's the finished dogs, and there's what I was working from. Right here and here. And we got there and there. Yep. Freaking terrible. Freaking terrible! Ah! So, as you can see, they kind of hang out around the house on this gravel driveway a lot. So you've got like a green, a lot of green around them, and then this gray here, and then a tree line. There's a propane tank there. So I want to put a little bit of a background on there, but I want to keep it very simple. It's not something I want to spend a lot of time on, and it's not supposed to be the focal point of the drawing anyway. It's supposed to be about the dogs, not about the background. So let's keep it simple, keep it basic, and just put in a gray and green background. And it should be enough. So let's go with the silver. So hold on. You can kind of get a basic idea of what I'm going to do here. Okay, so silver. You can put the gravel road kind of doing this. That'll kind of point to the dog's face anyway. I'll keep it going over to like the top of the hill. A little bit of a tree line here. Keep that very basic. Right. We're all a little twisted. Got lay the gray down like this. Need to put a few tire tracks in there so you can kind of see what's going on. And I've got a call coming in. Just had a sales call come in, and I answered it, and 10 seconds later hung up. That's a good way of telling if it's a sales call. Just don't say anything for 10 seconds and see what happens. A lot of times they'll hang up. The computer listens for somebody talking. Okay, so you have the grass kind of growing into the gravel here. So you got to overlap them a little bit. Just make it kind of patchy. Supposed to get the further you go back. interfere with the water bottle too much. It still looks like it's in the foreground. I switched to a lighter green. Let's go with this one here. There we go. Get them to blend together. I want to put something on the label there, just kind of make this a little more obvious that it's a water bottle. I think some blue. Put a lighter blue. Let's put some blue on that label. Don't know how many water bottles have blue labels. Most of them are just white with black text, I think. But still, a little something to clarify. So where's the black at? The black to finish off the top of that road there, going the distance. I didn't think it would, but that actually added a lot to the drawing there. So now they're no longer on a black background. I'm at a blank background. They're on a gravel road. Just make it look a little more textured. Make it look a little bit more textured in there. Alright, so let's see. Got a little bit of a tree line here. There's my studio over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm like somewhere over here right now. Drawing. Let's put a little bit of it. I like this, the way this tree line looks right here. You've got a good curve to the ground right there, and then the tree line comes up. And it's a darker green than the lawn itself, so let's go with the darkest green here. And just kind of make it, see, we got that patchy tree limb look. We got a lot of oaks over there, a lot of oaks and cedars, so I have kind of that full cloud look. It's not the sharp angles like a pine tree. I'm going to have to go back in with something even darker and darken that up some more. So you get a good background dark kind of smudge in. So the trouble I have with doing tree lines is it's supposed to look random, and I end up making it look too uniform. There we go. A little darker here. Is anybody else saying anything here? Oh, and look at that. It's John from Exploration Unknown popping by. This guy's actually got a silver play button and he's in my live stream. Wow. Okay, what am I up to? I'm up to an hour and 45 minutes and I'm done. So there we go. That is the crazy puppies. In 1 hour and 45 minutes, they are done. We got Pepper Sue, and Hercules. And there they are. They're done. There's what I'm working with right there. These two drawings were the main ones right here. There. No, I guess it's kind of like this. Okay. Deer, two. Deer. There you're done. It's done. It's done. All right. So that's gonna conclude it. That's it. We're done. That's the first live stream artwork done from the inside of the studio. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm thinking like later on today maybe I'm going to start working on doing t-shirt designs and stuff from this same table. Now that I know that I can live stream here, I'm gonna try working on t-shirt designs and some other stuff. But I want to download this live stream right now and change it to a time lapse and put it up on the YouTube channel and kind of make an official shorter vlog about that. And so there we go. I got a few other things I want to work on today, but just be watching the live stream. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and do a face the camera thing. Hold on, let me pull my camera out. Hopefully I can do that without hitting a button that makes it disconnect. Okay, there we go. Turn it around. Okay, so, right. So what you guys just saw was me drawing right here on the live stream. That's where the camera was, and it was plugged in, because the phone dies very fast. It's not plugged in. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be working on t-shirt designs or something else a little later on today. So just if you want to see more live streams, keep an eye on the channel. And yeah, we got things coming up. Hopefully, I can get a hold of Danielle and we can go do some stuff next week. And I'm guessing she'll probably come by the flea market too, so I better keep my phone charged for that. And yeah, so lots of stuff coming up inside of the studio. And hoping it takes off. Hope I can actually make some money at it. So that is it, guys. That is all for now. Thank you all so very much. And well, thank you all so very much. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you want a picture, seriously, triple self-portrait and think about something like that 4 T-shirt, but with Nestor in also. Okay. Yeah, I actually did a version of that drawing at one point of myself. Anyway, if you want to get a caricature like this done, I'm going to put the off of the Facebook group, or you can send me an email. I'm going to prefer the Facebook group, and you pay for it by sending it to my PayPal account that is attached to the email address. Oh, is it tatering out? Yeah, so you pay for it by sending money to the PayPal account that's attached to my email address. We're going to keep it simple that way. I do have a Square, so if you want to send me your credit card information, I can always run it through Square, so there's a way to pay that way as well. Okay, so, yeah, so just be watching. And that's going to be it for this one. As soon as this live stream uploads and it comes up as a video that I can do something with, I'm going to set it as unlisted, and I'm going to put it in what is that called? A playlist called live stream drawings. Yeah. And so if you want to watch this over again, that's where it will be. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to make it a lot harder to find, because these like 2-hour-long live streams are boring and they don't help my channel. As a matter of fact, if I leave them on the main page, I end up getting people to unsubscribe because they don't like how boring they are. So I'm going to unlist it, and I'm going to set it on a playlist called live stream drawing. So if you want to see any part of this over again, just go and look for it there. And that is going to be it. Thank you all so very much. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.